Decades in space, a deadly invasion, and soldiers trapped between life and an alien nightmare. This is the story of humanity's last fight. In 1977, the space probe Voyager 1 captured the first photo of the Earth-Moon system from 1.6 million miles away. 2 years later, in 1979, it flew past Io, one of Jupiter's moons, and discovered that its surface was volcanically active. In 1980, Voyager 1 passed by Saturn, and by 2012, it had left our solar system entirely, entering interstellar space. Meanwhile on Earth, a group of American soldiers carried out a mission in a dangerous war zone. Two enemies nearly ambushed them, but the team reacted fast and took them down. As bombs exploded in the distance, they pressed forward, eliminating any opponent that came too close. The soldiers climbed some stairs to reach a balcony where snipers positioned themselves above, while the rest swept through the building, clearing it room by room with brutal precision. After securing the building, the team moved back into the streets, watching jets roar overhead as they continued fighting. Turning a corner, however, they ran straight into a full squad of enemies waiting in ambush. A fierce shootout erupted. Despite taking down many foes, the soldiers were heavily outnumbered and forced to retreat. As they fell back, one soldier was shot, and Rhodey carried him while the others provided cover fire. Under relentless gunfire, Rhodey tried to tend to his friend's wound, but by the time he checked again, the soldier was dead. With another enemy squad approaching, the team became cornered at the end of the street. They radioed for help, but before response came, the sky suddenly turned dark. A red light appeared among thick clouds, capturing everyone's attention. A massive, mysterious machine emerged, firing a powerful beam that wiped out the entire enemy squad in one blast. The light then shifted to white, charging briefly before unleashing a surge of energy. Lightning struck the American soldiers, pulling them toward the machine, where aliens restrained and experimented on them. The soldiers saw flashes of their past battles before losing consciousness. Later, they awoke frozen inside strange pods. When the machine powered down, they were released, coughing up liquid from their lungs. Jax recognized the substance as stasis resin, something he oddly knew should dissolve quickly, though he couldn't explain how he knew that. The team was disoriented, unsure of their location, and suspected they had been captured by the Russians or Chinese. But the strange alien symbols on the machines proved otherwise. Reyes found a plaque listing their names and unit numbers, though he too couldn't explain how he knew that information. Their weapons were still fully loaded, and the last thing anyone remembered was the street battle and the lightning strike. Kelly, the team leader, ordered them to move before whoever, or whatever, had taken them returned. At the end of a corridor, they found a large circular door that wouldn't open automatically, so they forced it manually. Another hallway led them to a second door that was twisted off its hinges. Rhodey noticed a vent and sent Reyes to explore. Crawling through with a flashlight in his mouth, Reyes found multiple passages and followed the one with light. He eventually emerged on the other side and called the team to join him through the vent. On closer inspection, the warp door showed burn marks and heavy impact dents, as if someone had tried desperately to break in. The place felt like a maze, and Nash guessed it might be an underwater prison. Suddenly, strange noises echoed nearby, prompting the team to investigate. In the next corridor, they followed a trail of blood leading to a wall clamp showing a power failure, suggesting the facility was dying, which could explain why the machine released them. The following room was filled with fog. A drop of blood landed on Ria's face. When he looked up, he saw headless bodies hanging upside down from the ceiling. Kelly, Gibbs, and Reyes moved into the next room, discovering another mutilated corpse and a woman, Robbie, handcuffed to a table. She woke up speaking an unknown language. The soldiers freed her, but just then, a monstrous alien appeared, slashing Gibbs with its claws and throwing him across the room. In the previous chamber, Nash had found a strange weapon. Hearing the chaos, the rest rushed in and opened fire, but their bullets barely dented the alien's armor. It struck them down effortlessly. When Kelly tried to shoot again, the creature grabbed him by the neck, studied him for a second, and hurled him away. As it attacked Jax, Nash handed the alien weapon to Rhodey, who managed to activate it and blast the alien down. Thinking it was dead, the soldiers approached, but the creature suddenly roared back to life. Before it could attack again, Robbie grabbed the weapon and finished it off. She said something none of them understood, then walked away. Realizing Gibbs was dead, the team followed her. In the next corridor, Kelly shocked Robbie by speaking her language. Another alien appeared, and Kelly opened fire, ordering the others to run. The alien fired back with a laser gun, hitting Robbie, and more monsters soon joined the attack. The soldiers carried Robbie and sprinted through the corridors as lasers ripped past them. Robbie managed to close a door behind them, and Kelly jammed it with a knife, telling Jax to go with her to find an exit. As the aliens pounded on the door, Reyes stayed behind to distract them. When they broke through, he shot one, temporarily forcing the door shut again, but they soon overpowered it. Reyes ran to the vent, but one alien grabbed his leg and pulled him back. Another peeked inside, only for Rhodey to blow its head off. The rest escaped through a side opening, entering a metal room where they learned Reyes had died. Nash panicked, shouting about meeting real aliens, but Kelly calmed him down and questioned Rhodey about his knowledge of the alien weapon. Rhodey couldn't explain it. Jax tended to Robbie's wound, though she insisted she was fine. Kelly, strangely understanding Russian, translated her words but couldn't explain how. Robbie called them sleepers and confirmed the monsters were aliens. They were aboard a spaceship, she revealed, and needed to reach a safe zone. When Nash began panicking again, Rhodey threatened him to stay quiet. Robbie warned that the alien leader, a scarred one, had an army of creatures helping it. She also mentioned that the corridors had motion sensors, and that the aliens were hunting for food. When the group entered the next chamber, they found themselves on a bridge above a deep abyss surrounded by thousands of lights. Jax looked closer and realized they weren't lights at all. They were capsules filled with human bodies. Robbie called them sleepers and urged the team to move quickly. After resting briefly in another corridor, Kelly redressed Robbie's wound, and they shared stories about their lives before the war. Kelly mentioned he was a divorced father. Nash, overwhelmed, began speculating that the creatures might be demons, not aliens, and that this could be the biblical rapture. Moments later, the group entered a massive hangar filled with containers. Robbie explained these held items the aliens had stolen from Earth. Rhodey suspected the aliens were preparing an ambush, and Kelly agreed, deciding they should fight despite Robbie's warning it was a bad idea. Jax volunteered to be the bait, stepping into the hallway and singing loudly to draw the aliens in. When they came after him, he opened fire to keep their attention, then ran as they chased, firing their laser weapons. Jax occasionally turned and shot back, causing little damage, but keeping them angry and distracted. Eventually, Jax reached the hangar, taunting the aliens into following him. When they hit a dead end, Nash took a sniper shot, killing one in the head. The rest of the team quickly surrounded the enemies, opening fire and taking them down one by one. Afterward, Robbie warned that it had been too easy. She feared a trap. At that moment, another alien squad entered the hangar. This time, the creatures had strong energy shields, making even Nash's shots ineffective. The team scattered, running for cover. Nash leapt from container to container until he reunited with the others. They raced toward the door, but Jax was shot in the back and killed instantly. Grief-stricken, Nash avenged him by shooting the killer in the head. The 4 survivors escaped the hangar and entered a corridor, taking cover and firing as Robbie found a handle to close the door. With aliens approaching from the opposite side, the team slipped through a hatch in the wall, sliding down a tunnel that led to a pool filled with skeletons and rotting flesh. The stench made some of them vomit, and Nash began to panic until Kelly silenced him. A voice from above interrupted them. Robbie looked up to see his mother, Anya, who dropped a rope. Robbie climbed up and embraced her, while the soldiers used the rope to follow. Kelly noticed Anya's uniform. She was a Russian soldier. Anya guided them carefully, avoiding motion sensors, to a hatch leading down to a basement. There, she locked the door behind them. The walls were decorated with art, and Anya explained this was a trophy room. She told them the soldiers had only escaped thanks to the machine malfunctioning. Anya had been kidnapped decades ago, possibly 20 to 30 years, and realized Robbie had been born aboard the ship. She revealed that Voyager 1 carried a map inviting friendly aliens to Earth, but hostile aliens used it to invade. They kidnapped top military strategists, connecting devices to their minds to gather intelligence. The soldiers, frozen in the machine, had unknowingly shared some knowledge with the aliens, explaining the gifts they had learned. The ship was taking Earth's spoils back to the alien homeworld. Robbie's father had sabotaged the reactor, causing the machines to fail, which was why Anya survived. Normally, she didn't share information with sleepers, but her team had died during the sabotage, leaving her in need of the soldiers' help. Anya's gift was hearing and understanding the aliens, and she knew they were trying to repair a communications relay. If successful, even more aliens would arrive, so they had to stop them. The team rested briefly. Nash despaired, realizing they might never return home. Kelly looked at a photo of his daughter, realizing she could be around 40 years old if alive. Rhodey thought of his own children. The group decided to fight, planning with Anya. They estimated around 24 aliens remained, with the central hub, the strongest area, on the top deck. The vents provided a route, though the aliens would detect them. Luckily, Anya had explosives they could use. The group crawled through the vents. Rhodey and Kelly would distract the aliens while Nash and the women set up the explosives. Anya gave Kelly a stolen gauntlet for a protective shield. Once inside the main room, Nash's team watched the alien guards from a balcony. Kelly and Rhodey found a sensor covered in blood, alerting the enemy. Kelly even fired at it to provoke them. The guards were pulled away, allowing Nash's team to move. The women installed explosives while Kelly and Rhodey hid, shooting the approaching guards from behind. Backup arrived, Kelly activated the shield, and the firefight continued. One alien tried to protect its teammate, forcing Kelly and Rhodey to retreat. In another corridor, the shootout raged on. An alien detected something on its gauntlet, sending half its squad elsewhere. Anya warned the others, and Kelly and Rhodey relayed the information mid-battle. Trapped, Kelly crossed the door while Rhodey held the aliens back, going all out with the laser gun until it depleted. Switching to his regular weapon, Rhodey fought one alien, which grabbed him through the shield. Using the moment, he threw 2 grenades, causing a massive explosion that killed him and the surrounding aliens. The remaining alien squad reached the main room, but the humans opened fire, taking down as many as possible. More aliens with shields arrived. Anya sent Robbie to safety, and Nash protected her. A larger alien opened fire, and Nash dragged Anya away just as she activated the detonator. The explosives obliterated the room, destroying the machine and surrounding aliens. As more aliens approached, Nash hid Robbie in a hatch and drew the enemies after him. At a dead end, he used the same singing tactic as Jax and fired relentlessly. Determined to survive, he kept fighting. Once silence fell, Robbie emerged, only to encounter an alien nearby. Meanwhile, Kelly discovered a room full of humans imprisoned in cells, begging for help. An alien knocked him out. He dreamed of his daughter on Earth, only to see her kidnapped by the aliens. Waking up in a cell, he learned from Robbie that the others hadn't survived. The aliens grabbed Kelly, dragging him to the strange table, hanging him upside down, ready to strike. Suddenly, Nash appeared, taking a precise shot to the alien's head, killing it instantly. The duo fought their way down the corridor, eliminating any aliens in their path. They reached the cells, freed the prisoners, and retreated with Robbie. More aliens pursued them, but the humans took cover and returned fire. Running low on bullets, Nash threw his grenade-laden belt, while Kelly closed the door to protect them. Nash rested briefly, celebrating, until an alien stabbed him. The alien leader appeared. Kelly told Robbie to run while he engaged the creature. A brutal fight ensued, with Kelly dodging blows, weapons, and a shield attack. Timing a strike perfectly, he closed the door on the alien, crushing it. Finally, Kelly reunited with Robbie, who was too scared to leave alone. Moving cautiously, they stepped outside and discovered Earth, now a barren wasteland. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss more stories. Thanks for watching.